Hi everyone, welcome into the Penguin Rundown. Richie Giuliano alongside Katie Rogers-Odalla on the new beautiful turf here at Stan Boss Stadium. So Katie, the 2020 fall sports have been postponed for the most part right now, but we're going to start focusing on some player profiles as well as some team profiles here on the Penguin Rundown.
Yeah, until we get things figured out this semester, each week we're going to be focusing on a different sport, and we're going to get an in-depth look on the players and the teams and how they've adapted to the coronavirus.
So on week one, we're going to debut with the football team, and our Penguin Rundown crew was able to catch up with three football players, Braxton Chapman, Mark Wade, and Sam Merriman.
The 2020 Youngstown State football season has gone through many changes so far. What started out as hopes of a full season in the fall has since changed to the whole Missouri Valley Football Conference schedule being moved to the spring. This change, along with the COVID-19 pandemic as a whole, has left an impact on the football players directly.
Well, it's just like a lot going on. I was worried a lot because my mom, she works in the healthcare field, but then my football experience, it's obviously been night and day different since we got back up there. So just adjusting and just trying to make the best out of it.
Just like the rest of the world, the athletes have been quarantined for the past few months. The athletes made ends meet and found their own creative ways to stay in shape for the season.
They just find any fuel I can get some running in.
They've been struggling with COVID and everything, all the symptoms and reactions that happen from it. I'm a local guy from Girard, so I know a lot of people from the area. I've been working out in gyms, going to random stadiums, whatever it takes. I think some of the guys that they're throwing and stuff, just finding a way. That's what it's all. It's just striving through adversity and just finding a way to get better.
Quarantine at first affected us because everything being shut down. It was harder to find gyms and stuff. So I was doing a lot of body weight stuff, just a lot of outside running and different things like that. But as things progressed throughout this whole process, it hasn't really affected my workout habits.
Before the news broke about the season being moved to the spring, the football team had high hopes for their first season under head coach Doug Phillips. The players are staying ready and staying in shape, and Coach Phillips has big plans for this team.
I was excited. I thought, once we came back here June 1st, we did a real good job. I felt like the team was in a good place and we were making the right strides. And then, once they told us there would be no fall sports, it was kind of a little depressing just because how hard we worked since we got back up here. But at the same time, it was just we might as well just make the best of this situation.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Every other day we hear something new, something changes. So it's going with the changes, finding the adversity, just trying to get through it. We just whatever Coach Phillips tells us, whatever schedule he makes for that day. It changes every day, but we just find the most recent one, just stick with it and go for it.
Freshman long snapper Sam Merriman is the first player in Youngstown State football history to wear the number 0. Sam talks about why he chose Youngstown State and what making history means to him.
Yeah, it's being a first one in school history is definitely pretty cool, and especially being on a long snapper and then be number 0. I think it's kind of neat, being a first one. So I first came here for a camp during last summer, and had a good camp. And coach is great to me, and made a few visits. So that's really I like coming here. Campus is really nice and perfect fit for me.
Some of the football players have gotten pretty creative in order to pass the time without football during quarantine.
None really, to be honest. I was playing a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of video games. So really, as far as new hobbies, I really ain't learned nothing new, which I should have.
Some hobbies I picked up was I've been playing some basketball. Me and some of the guys have been going to pick up basketball. We're wearing our masks, so Coach, if you're watching this, we're wearing our masks.
Watching television shows has been a popular way to stay busy during the pandemic. Braxton Chapman and Mark Wade are no strangers to the topic of what show everyone needs to see.
Oh man, Ozarks. Ozarks is super good. I watched that throughout quarantine, but that's probably I'm not a big TV guy. I'm more like movies, so all I can just recommend is Ozarks right now.
I watched Mindhunters over quarantine. It was really good. It's about Special Agent Holden Ford. It's about if you ever seen Criminal Minds, it's about the start of that, based in the 50s. It's pretty cool.
With school starting and the football season being pushed back, Mark Wade explains what it's like to be a student athlete, putting schoolwork first and still finding time to put work in on the field.
With school starting, everybody, coaches want to hear us all say we've been focusing on schoolwork, but we really have. Me and my roommates, we've been doing homework together, tutoring each other, studying, and just every free time we have, we try to find an empty football field somewhere, no matter where it is.
That will be it here at the Penguin Rundown. For news and more for YSU Athletics, check out ysusports.com and make sure to follow us on social media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That's all at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Richie Giuliano.
I'm Katie Rogers-Odalla.
Stay safe, and we'll see you next Thursday, Penguin Nation.